Hello there and welcome back to another edition of the Hot Lap Classic Remastered. This time I'm taking a look at the 1998 TVR Speed 12. And on the 12th day he said, let there be speed. Speed 12. A legendary car in Gran Turismo 2 for two reasons. One of which is of course the fact that this is the reason one of the greatest money making methods in Gran Turismo history happens. Red Rock Valley, GT All-Stars, 5-minute race. Win this car, sell it for £500,000, rinse, repeat. I think I've done that Red Rock Valley race more than any other race in my entire life on any other game. It is amazing. And Gran Turismo should have more of those, because let's be honest, no one actually enjoys money farming. Number two, and perhaps the more relevant reason today, is this car is legendary because it is pretty much undrivable. It makes a lot of power, naturally aspirated, a lot of torque, and it doesn't weigh a lot, and so as a result the car can't really keep up with itself. And yeah, known for being ridiculously tricky to drive, even with racing softs and race mod, which is what we have here today. So yeah, not looking forward to this one. I think it's going to be an experience though, certainly. In terms of the Speed 12, obviously the car itself needs no introduction. A car so mental TVR wouldn't make it. The test driver drove it home, got back to the factory and said, we can't sell this to people. And that's the story of the Speed 12. This is the concept car version, which is very seldom seen in video games these days. Obviously most games prefer to use the Cerberus Speed 12, which I think was either the racing version or what the road car would have been, and this was just a concept. I'm not too sure, but either way, that's sort of how it works. And this has got the GT Racing race mod as well. This is what they used in British GT. So yeah, I prefer this. This is the ultimate Speed 12 for me. This is what when you say Speed 12, this is the car I think of, not the Cerberus. As cool as the Cerberus is, I love a Cerberus, and I love the Cerberus Speed 12 because it just looks ridiculous. But for me, this is the Speed 12. Front engined, rear wheel drive, 819 horsepower, 847 kilo, a lot of torque. Probably going to be a lot of pain as we drive this around here. Anyways, to find out how the Speed 12 gets along, it is going to be getting 6 laps of the Motorsports Land track in order to take the best time it possibly can. Our current leader is the Suzuki Cultus Pikes Peak version. That car set a time on 26.540. Speed 12 unlikely to beat that. I think we're going to be using third gear for a lot of this. I don't really like to do this. Usually I like to you know, really maximize a car's performance and try and use the lowest gear possible to get the most out of it. But I think, considering the amount of torque this has got and how uncomfortable it is to drive, I think third gear is going to be the way to go around here, and just sort of be a bit gentle with it. I don't think we need the ultimate lap time out of this today. Because I think that would be a very tricky thing to do. 29.3 on its first flyer. That is actually surprisingly close to the TVR Tuscan Speed 6, which is the car I've sort of earmarked for this. If you can beat the Speed 6, then we can go home happy. As I said, obviously, this should be quicker than the Speed 6, but I don't think it will be. Just based on how difficult it is to pilot. God, this is just... It makes a superb noise as well, just like absolutely ridiculous soundtrack. It sounds like Spitfire. It is an incredible vehicle, but as I said, absolutely nail-biting to drive. You can actually see, to give you an idea of how quick the Speed 12 is, it is, on that first lap, it did 162 kilometers down that back straight. That is only 5 kilometers slower than the Cultus, and the Cultus has traction. This does not. Which probably puts into perspective just how sort of mentally quick this thing actually is. To the line, 28.9. I am definitely going to take that to the bank and cash it in, I think. Because I don't think we can go any quicker in this. 165 kilometers about on the back straight there. 165 in a car with rear-wheel drive. It is ludicrous. Absolutely ludicrous. That is just ridiculous. That is everything I expected the TVR Speed 12 to be, and more. A lot more. Oh god. Third gear was definitely the right choice for that. I think about sort of what gear you'd like to be in, and then just times that by 2, and you have the correct gear that you should be driving the Speed 12 in at all times. What a car. Look at that. What a car. What an absolute machine. Yeah. Could it have gone quicker? Probably. I think you could probably pull a 28.8 if you were crazy enough. But I will quite happily take that 28.9 and cash it in and never look at the Speed 12 again when it comes to this series. What a car. Oh, what an absolute machine. A 28.925 will place this into 66. Ironic. Goes in between the Subaru Impreza rally car and the Ford Focus rally car. It's only a thousandth off of each, which is interesting. It is quicker than the Nissan Skyline Kaware, Citroen Zara LM, Nissan Silvia LM, Elise GT1. It is quicker than the Elise GT1, which I think is really good. Quicker than the Wiegert Vector, quicker than all the boutique supercars, the Venturis and the Vectors M12. So, yeah, pretty good. I mean, in terms of like other GT1 cars and rear-wheel drive stuff quicker than this, there really isn't a lot. Most of it's race cars. XJR15's quicker than this. Roof BR4's quicker. TVR Cerberus LM Edition is still the quickest TVR we've had, but the fact that Speed 12 is second is pretty mental. Yeah, what a car. What an absolute machine. I can't recommend you drive that. I really can't. But if you want to try something unique, that's definitely the way to do it. And if you really want to add some spice to it, try and drive it on simulation tyres. Try and finish a lap of test course with simulation tyres on, and without crashing into the wall, and let me know how you get along. Because yeah, this thing is just absolutely nuts, and I adore it. I absolutely adore it. It's like a pet tiger. Anyways, that's it for this episode. Thank you all very much for watching. Join me next time when I will be driving something less mental. Until then, farewell.